Hi, what's up guys? Today I'll be giving you a short guide in Arcane lineage for you beginners. So first thing loading into the game after you choose to skip the tutorial or do it, you're going to want to talk to this guy right here and pick the option that says, "Can you help me?" And he'll give you a quest to go kill 3 slimes. And from doing that quest and coming back to talk to him after you've killed 3 slimes, you'll get the move called Daze. You can see he has the base damage of 9, it costs 2 energy, and is a 5 turn cooldown. And it applies weakened when you hit an opponent with it. So it's a pretty nice skill to get when you start out. And when you talk to him, you'll get some money, so you'll be able to come up here, and you'll be able to buy any of these weapons for your base class. So the dagger goes for thief, the sword goes for warrior, the gauntlets go for martial artist, the spear goes for slayer, and the staff goes for mage. I'll show you where all the base classes are located from the starting point. So running straight from here, this guard in the armor here, he will teach you the warrior base class. Each move is going to cost 50 gold. Then I'll return back to the starting point every time. Then the other base class that's in here, or in the town, let me find it real quick. He's near the blacksmith. It's the thief class. Mystery merchant always spawns right here by the training. Or by the hole where you can go down to the training. It's pretty nice. Okay. So the blacksmith's over here. If you just run in this alley right here, here's the thief base class trainer. Each move is going to cost 50 gold. Let me return back to the start. Okay, for the next one, or the next two, I'm not going to return. So, martial artist is going to be right out here if you take a left, and you're going to climb up this rock right here, and you'll be able to find right here. Each move is going to cost you 55 gold. And then while we're out here, from the martial artist, you can run over to the tower over here. Well, let me beat this encounter real quick. Or actually, I'll just escape it to make the video faster. Run over to the tower here, and just hop up on these blocks right here, and then climb the ladder up. And here's the wizard to teach you the mage base class. Each move is going to be 45 gold from him. Just had to do that real quick because he told me to. Okay. I'm going to return back to the start because the last base class is the Slayer, and it's the furthest one from the town. And I will include a little bit of a progression montage to level 25. I will show where you get the Blade Dancer class and how to get the Inferno enchant. So from the starting, you want to turn around. You should be able to see the job board, and you're going to start running this way. You're going to be running towards the left. You're probably going to get into a few encounters out here. So while you're running out here, you should run past these ruins right here. The dude that's in there is the Hexer superclass trainer. And also, while you're here where you can get the Slayer base class for 50 coins a move, if you have a pickaxe on you, You can gather ores to make different armor that will help you out. Uh, Next to each superclass trainer, there will be an armor blueprint that you can buy. The blueprints that you get from killing mobs aren't going to be as good as the superclass armors. Just going to escape real quick. I will show you. You guys are probably new, so you don't know where the doctor is. I'll show you where the doctor is real quick, because you need to heal up to keep running those encounters. So I'll return to the soul selection, also known as spawn, and you're just going to run right past the doo-doo train due days, run into here, and talk to the doctor. If it's night, you might not see him here in the corner, but it's all good. Also, while you're here at the town, you should see there's a rat dude right here. You can talk to him. I've already talked to him. He gives you the encyclopedia. Let me show you guys it real quick. And it shows you all the monsters you've killed, all the gears you've gathered, and all the... Why'd I close it? And all the potions that you've made on that slot, be like within your wipe. If you do wipe, it will clear it, and like the information doesn't transfer from slot to slot. You have to get all the information on that one slot. Okay, I'm going to go into the next important thing for beginners, soul points. I will show my soul tree, and then I'll explain a few ways on how to get some soul points for yourselves. And soul points are very important because like they can double your damage output, they can double your HP, make it so you don't even have to invest in the HP stat. Alright, let me start off with the defense path, the path of empowerment. So on the path of empowerment, there's 7 health upgrades. If you have all 7, your base HP will be 60 for most races. And then after you get HP 5, you're able to get the 2 defense upgrades that'll reduce how much damage you take. And the only 3 soul point upgrades I don't have are encounter HP, because they don't really matter. You don't really have to get that on the defense path. You want to get the status effect resistance, not like immediately. It's more important just to get this HP and the defense than status effect resistance, but you're going to want to come back for that. Hitting back does take you out of it, so I'm going to have to go back real quick to show y'all more. So the sword path, so we have damage 1, just increases your base scaling, and you can go down, you have to get crit 1 to get the DOT upgrades, your damage over time buff, but damage over time is really mid right now due to them heavily nerfing it. There's 4 crit chance upgrades to increase your base crit chance to around 18%, and then there's 2 crit damage upgrades. And then back to the main path, you can then invest in strength and arcane. These will give you bonus strength and arcane stats when you're like level 1. You have to get all 8 of these upgrades right here so you can get the damage 2 upgrade. Then to the left of damage 2, it also has like for 2 soul points each, you can get a upgrade to a certain element damage. And then right here on the right, there's 3 passives that you can get, and they're pretty expensive soul point wise. I would get them last, besides like the encounter HP. I'm gonna go into the last tree that I haven't gone over yet, the path of Sundry. Alright, so Essence Gain 1 is where you have to start off, and there's 5 Essence Gain upgrades. This will help you level up faster, but it's really useful for like grinding out these soul points. You also have on here that you can get some speed upgrades to increase your base speed, and some luck upgrades to increase your base luck. At the end of the, so there's 3 luck upgrades, and at the end of it, there's a passive harvester. You can peep that real quick. And then the other way that you can go is you can get sell price up here. And then the last thing on top of here is the soul vault. The soul vault's only really needed if you're trying to get the pentamark. I will go over that in a future video. But as you can see, that's all the soul point trees right there. I would advise maxing, getting all the health and the 2 defense upgrades as soon as possible. And you can talk to this NPC right here to see what task you've done to earn soul points on that slot. Like on the slot, I don't know why it says I've only, oh yeah, I have only obtained Blade Dancer, but you can only earn soul points on your first 4 slots. And here's some things you can do to earn soul points. So your first kill on every boss, I'm excluding the Slime King because he's a mini boss. So that's 15 soul points if you're killing them all, from Yarthul to MV and the others in between. And then you get a soul point for each, well, you get a soul point for your first base class. You get 2 for your first super class, and then 1 for each unique super class that you get on that slot. So if you get all the super classes on that slot, that's literally a free 16 points. You get a soul point for getting an enchant. You get 2 soul points for equipping an artifact on that slot for the first time. You get 2 soul points for getting a covenant to level 10, and you get 3 for getting covenant level 20. Those are the only ways I can list off the top of my head. There's probably a few more out there, but those are the main ones. Now that I've gone over soul points, let me go over the mastery tree. I'm gonna go over Blade Dancer's mastery since that's the current class I have on, or on the current slot I'm recording on. So I will show you the mastery tree, and I will get into it real quick with you guys. I will probably go over the mastery tree for other classes in a video, where I go over like all the locations and explain like the best armor and like why. And you don't necessarily have to take my advice. You can do your own thing because you're your own person. You don't need someone else's validation. So run up here, and here's the Blade Dancer NPC. Let me talk to him. Okay. Here's the soul tree, or here's the mastery tree. So you're forced to get these first 4 upgrades no matter what. And as you can see, there's these gates here. You can only get well, actually no, you can get as many breakthrough points as you want, just you can only get up to, I'm pretty sure it's 32 or 34 mastery points. That's where they cap it. But you want to use them wisely, because you click here, because after each breakthrough point is like a special thing. See here, Undying Flow, deal increased damage for every consecutive hit that you land, and if you don't hit or deal damage for a turn, it resets. See, that's very good for Blade Dancer, because if you use Flow Dance, you hit so many multi-hits, it stacks that up very high, and then you hit Impaling Strike afterwards to do a bunch of damage. And just make sure, guys, when you're you don't have to pick what I tell you to pick, but like just read what it does. Like personally, I'm just going to get Undying Flow, and then I'm either going to completely go down this side for the Flow Dance proficiency, or I might just get Impaling Strike proficiency. It's kind of what I'm feeling like at the time. I might regret, I might not, but who knows. Oh yeah, let me go over real quick what level you have to be for the classes in this game. So when you're level 5, you can get every move on your base class, which that should only cost you around like 200 gold to get every move on your base class. And then when you're level 15, that's when you can start getting moves on your superclass, but you won't be able to get them all till you're level 23. If you're getting a pure or chaotic superclass, it will only be 400 a move, but if you're getting a neutral, it will be 750. So it'll be 2,000 for pure slash chaotic, and it'll be 3,750 for those who are going neutral. I got a neutral base or superclass, a Blade Dancer, as you guys can see. In my opinion, it's pretty good, but that's up for you guys to decide if it's that good or not. And now let me go over the gear system. If you played before, you might know the gear system that they had before. Ring, imprint ring, necklace, earrings. But now you guys just have 4 gear slots. And the 4 gear slots, it works like Slay the Spire gear, if you know what that game is. So when you get gear, if you don't know what it does, just bring up the encyclopedia and you can click on it and see word for word what it does. Like, let me just click on it for you to show that. Some are better than others, and you want to run what favors your build. Like here, I'm running the Traveler's Lamp, the Spike Seal Ball, the 7-leafed Ever Thistle, and the Dragon Memoir. The 7-leafed Ever Thistle is just to help me farm. When I'm not farming, I throw on the fingernail. It's pretty useful because it gives you 2.5 stats, or 2.5 bonus to every stat for each turn in the battle. So against bosses, it's very good, but against regular enemies, it's kind of mid, because like your regular turns aren't going, or your regular battles aren't going to last that long. Next thing up, I'm going to go over covenants. Currently, there's 4 covenants in the game. I will go over. I can show you guys 3 of them. I can't show you all 4, sadly. I will go to all the covenant locations for those who are wondering. So first, we're going to head to Blades in the World, which is out in the desert. So let me just run out here for you guys real quick. Oh yeah, if you're wondering how long that you should stay in like an area, only really stay somewhere if like you're still able to get like a level within like 2 or 3 battles. Unless like you're fighting alone and you have like no soul point upgrades, then yeah, you might have to stay over there in the grass for a while. By Caldera. But like don't put yourself down because of that, because like that's where everybody had to start in the first place. While I'm running to all the locations, I will just talk about other stuff. Like for example, the first boss that you can fight for soul points is Yarthul. And Yarthul's at the volcano that's right past the desert. Be careful while you're coming down here to Blades World. As you can see, I took fall damage because I didn't take the path down. But yeah, you can just run down in here. It might look like it's just a drop into the void, but it's not. I'm gonna heal out the doctor real quick, and you can talk to this guy right here to join. You just have to do his dialogue. I'm not going to join because I'm in the cult of Wrathion, or not the cult, the church of Wrathion. And now I'll leave Blades of the World. And how you progress Blades of the World, so you can do quests at their job board down there, or you can just give them money. You can just pay them money to get your guild up, or your guild upgrade up. Covenant level up, my bad. Sorry for all the mess ups. It's around like 60k gold to just brute force it through gold, but if you have like a slot where you're able to farm drops very easily, then yeah, you might just be better off just buying it all with gold. Next, I'm going to go over the Church of Wrathion real quick. Where to get it. Well, actually, I will go over all four. I just can't go to where the cult is. Okay. If you're in this area, this is where the Slime King can spawn. But we're just running by it, so I can get over to where you can. You have to do a quest, so you can activate the portal over here to access the Church of Rathion. When you talk to the dude over here, he's going to ask you for one rock core, which come from Cess Horrors, one sand core, which come from sand elementals, and then one mushroom cap, which come from just the zombie mushrooms and the grass or the venomous mushrooms in the canopy. Alright, so as you can see, I talked to him to enter in here. You have to run all the way down and talk to this priest dude right here. And he'll let you join if you haven't joined another covenant. If you have no speed, it's just annoying to run all the way down to him. And how you progress the covenant is literally you're going to get this move called Bless, and if you just use it, it'll progress the covenant, or if you just dodge attacks, because dodging progresses the covenant too for some reason. I don't know. Be careful during the nighttime in the canopy, because you'll have to fight the enemy called the Sentinel Darkness. He has 600 HP, which is more than Slime King at mere 400, but like less than Yarthul, who has 1200. The issue about fighting him is that he has a move that he gets back every other turn called Fate's Thread, and it's not dodge. It doesn't give you like the option to like dodge or block it, unless you have like Focus Step on, or like a different thing on that gives you a chance of dodging stuff. Then that's the only way that you're going to be able to get out of it. As you can see, I'm very carefully walking on the ledge to enter the cave. This is for the cult of Thanasius, for the people that are trying to join the cult instead of the church, which I don't really care which one you join. I'm going to turn off my speed modifiers so the parkour is a little easier, or some of the jumps are a little bit easier. Don't fall, because people don't know if they changed it to an instant kill or if it still does 50% HP if you fall in here, but I wouldn't test it. Alright, so you have to talk to Mir, you have to pick death, and then you have to wish to become a Harbinger. It gave me the passive Pray, and you'll see it's in here. Pray. Let me type. I don't know if I have to type that in chat or not. I'm going to try typing in chat. No mortal dread. Hold on. I have to talk to it one more time. I'm sorry, guys, for selling the bag here. So, no mortal dread of death or dark decay could touch the one who calls upon his name. Let me write that out real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't remember all that. I'm gonna have to keep talking to it as I write it out. touch the ones. One last time I'm glad. Who call upon his name. Let me just copy and paste that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It might be because I'm in the church. That could be an issue. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It could be bugged right now. Who knows? But yeah. I was trying to show that you have to fight an elementalist when you go in there. It's a Shiva race elementalist. They have 200 HP. They are going to be tough if you aren't like that, like leveled up. If you're fighting them like level 20, you might struggle. But if you have like all your superclass moves and you know what you're doing, you should have it. Alright, now let me show you guys the way of life real quick then. If I find out if it's bugged or not, I'll put it on screen. I will just be escaping all like the encounters I get into, because I don't really need anything from these guys. And how you progress the Cult of Thanasius is the same way that you progress the church, just by using the move that it gives you. And I believe if you just dodge as well, it should progress it. The move it gives you is Soul Absorb, which it's good if the enemy's below 5% HP because it'll kill the enemy. But if it's not below 5% HP, you're going to do like 2 damage unless they fixed it. Since I'm just trying to speedrun, I'm just going to ignore that. So now that I'm at Westwood, the city out here, you will be able to get Way of Life here. I will show you where the guys to talk to join Way of Life. Run across that bridge, and then run across that bridge. Do not fall, because if you fall, it's straight into the void. This is the dude that you can talk to join Way of Life. To progress Way of Life, you have to get Mossy Runes, which you can obtain them from completing jobs from the job boards, which you only gain like 1 or 2 from that, or making potions. And I don't know the odds of getting Mossy Rune from making potions, but you need 100 Mossy Runes to get level 20 in Way of Life. Before it was 225. They lowered it, made it easier. Way of Life is still very good. For like Way of Life, the main thing that you get from it is you regen a lot when it becomes your turn. Like on my Saint build before the update, I was regenning around 90 HP a turn, which that's a good bit. Okay, now that I've gone over covenants, soul points, and like the basics, I will be going over a few, and I've gone over gears as well. I will go over one last thing for my beginner guide. I could go over enchants right now, but I can't show you all of them due to me not having the resources for some. What I will be showing you though is something that's a little interesting. Hold on, let me see if he's here real quick. Nope. Oh yeah, if you guys are having trouble getting encounters, if you see that server has a lot of these like sand golems spawned out here and like the essence floating in the air, that means people just kept dying against like regular enemies, and now like the encounters bugged, and like they can't really do much about this. This is a glitch from old Arcane too. It's a pretty bad one. Oh yeah, if you're like under leveled fighting in the desert, do not stay here for the nighttime cycle. Like go back to the grass if you're like not strong enough. Like if you're like level 7 fighting in the desert, you have to fight one enemy. But if you're fighting a night raider, you're cooked. Oh yeah, there's something that I said I'd show you guys earlier for like the last part before I show a montage of progression. It's out here at the volcano. If you touch the lava, it won't instant kill you. It'll deal like 33% of your HP. It's mad annoying. Alright, so there's two ways to get to the Gate of Yarthul. Run down this path, and you will have to fight encounters against lava crabs and lava golems. You cannot run from them. Unless you leave the game and rejoin, because that's a bug. That if you do that, it's just all magically good. But if you run off here to the right path and come up here, you'll find a little parkour course, which it's pretty short. It's way shorter than before. If you do that, you can just skip the encounters that you would have done. Like, it's kind of up to you. I appreciate anybody that watches this. Let me know if you guys like when I have like a bunch of artifacts to give away. I will be doing giveaways in the Discord, but till I have a bunch of artifacts farmed up, I will not be doing giveaways. I will be doing giveaways on like other games. I will probably run a poll for what you guys want. I might upload a Runeslayer video soon, depending if it updates or not, or gets more content. The next video on Arcane, we'll probably be showing all the superclass locations and the best armor. And all I have to say before I cut to the montage is like I only go up to level 25 in it, so, and I just farmed in the desert till I was level 40, if you'd like to know. And thanks for watching. Montage.